Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Miami Dolphins. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. This is taken at his 4. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Check 26, check 26. Begin. Check 37, check 37. Check Alabama.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Dolphins' 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check it, reload. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey, ball 66.
Shotgun now for Brady. Oh, what a move. He completes it right side of the lane. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gostkowski the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Rosen. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
Wilson now in his 2nd season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development, be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be. Right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
To try again after the sack. Rosen. Wilson snags it left side. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards.
And the Dolphins 1st down.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down, Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The veteran Jamie Collins there on the tackle.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
That's right. Number 53. Mike 53. Drop deep.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. On second and 11 now. Rosen looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on third. Rosen will throw. That's complete right around the 8. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Brady gives to Michelle. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. Edelman's first catch, and it's good for a first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, though.
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh, boy, it's been good.
53! Check 55! Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. Shift, shift. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Alert!
They'll run it here. This is James White. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Wait, set. Alabama, 380. 65.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
72.
Running out of the gun with White. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 41, Brady into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. After the interception, here's Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On second down, it's Johnson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Trying to get it that time to Stills, and that'll bring up second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Rosen to throw again. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets it down to the 32. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw again on second down. Rosen. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, it takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Third and long here for Rosen. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Hey, Alpha!
Exit!
Throwing again on second down. Brady into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up on the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Kenny Stills, 31 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Check 55, Mike. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing. Hey, check it. Y'all playing the wrong football. Check 55.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, they run with Michelle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The final shot before half for Brady. That's out to his running back, Michelle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
Just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Let's go, defense. Cover.
They'll run on first down. Right, and he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check.
From the 35 on second down, Brady. That's complete to the fullback, James Devlin. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They'll turn to Michel as they go back to the ground. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead is now 14-10. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Looking to throw on second down. Rosen. And here he's got Grant. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
First down, Dolphins.
That's it. Hey. Number 53. Mike 53.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
A gain of 5.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 17-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Brings up second and 8 at the 15-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Here we go. Undercut.
Now it's Rosen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jakeem Grant hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've had to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch the shift. Watch the second.
On the ground is Michelle. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here we go. Alert. Mike 55.
To throw on third down, Brady. And Watson has it, right side. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Back now in Foxborough. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it'll be Dolphin football. A third quarter score now from MetLife Stadium. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Hug. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Hug. Come get some. Bravo. He don't want it. Slam.
From the 38, Rosen is going to float this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where it came from. Wait, that round 80. Round 80. 52, come on. Let's go tight end. Let's go right here now. A little flare. Let's go. No, 66. Check 99. 5-2 the match.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. Tom Brady needing a fourth quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Josh Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
It's just me and you. Check. Hey, over. Check. 53.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. With a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Following the penalty, Michel. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Wait, check, 55, Mike. Cover. Check. Shoot. Hey, go 66.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Hey, Foxtrot. Alpha.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I remember Philip Dorsett coming out of the University of Miami, ready to hit the league. All we talked about was speed. Just throw it to him, and you've got a great chance at a completion, but not that time.
Not that time. They tried a deep downfield with his speed, but incomplete.
at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time was a pretty one play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Mike Bennett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check. 36.
On first down, Michel. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Gostkowski the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. On 3rd and 1, Rosen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Caught. It's Wilson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And now it's Rosen looking. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Lightning speed there from the safety, Devin McCourty, on the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He's got Smith here. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for New England, it will wind up a 500 season as the win means they'll finish right at 8-8. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Miami, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. But more importantly, they'll get a week to rest as they've earned a first-round bye in this year's playoffs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This